look a bit tired, but what are you gonna do?
What a wonderful.
Hello, my name is Megan. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Today, I don't have any makeup on, look a bit pale. My ring light's upstairs, so we're going with natural light, and it is currently getting dark. So, this is what we're rolling with. My hair's a bit poofy because, you know when you've like have it in a low bun and then you take it out and it just sort of goes a bit poofy? But that's what we're dealing with. Hang on, I'm a bit too high up. There we go, fabulous. So today I'm going to be talking about self-care, what that means for me, and how it might be different to how other people see self-care. So I'm going to start off with a definition. According to Wikipedia, self-care has been defined as the process of taking care of oneself with behaviours that promote health and active management of illness when it occurs. And I think the like stereotypical visions of self-care are like face mask, candles, potentially having a long soak in the bath, having a night off, things like that. But that is not self-care for me, and I'm wanting to talk through how self-care might be different for different people, why it probably is different for different people, and why that is okay. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is things that I've tried to do as self-care and things that I've actually found work for me. So I think the main thing that I try to do is have time off in the evening, so that I've got time to spend catching up on YouTube videos, watching series on the telly, series on Netflix. I've also made sure that my weekends aren't too booked up either, so I got into a habit before my masters, well, pre-pandemic, of booking myself up and sort of going here, there and everywhere and not quite having time to breathe. Also making sure that I wasn't too busy and having too many to-do lists on other days.
However,
here is, I want to say a spoiler alert, but it's not really a spoiler alert. Here's the real tea. It did not work. So I spent many evenings in the house, and I live on my own. I'm absolutely fine in my own company. But I spent many evenings relaxing, watching the telly. I'm going to look at my average sleep on my phone. Let me have a look. How do I get to this again? On health. So my average sleep for the past 6 months, 8 hours and 26 minutes. 8 hours and 26 minutes average every night, which is a lot of sleep. And let me tell you, I feel more tired for having more sleep. So that's the first thing. More sleep has not helped me. So I think actually I run best on between 7.5 and 8 hours sleep and getting that sweet spot there. And I've downloaded a new app recently called Sleep Cycle that works with your watch, your Apple Watch, and it's meant to wake you up in your most light part of sleep so that you're more likely to wake up like refreshed. I can't say it's benefited me so far, but I've only tried it for a few days, so I'm hoping that with time that will help. But what I've discovered there is too much sleep is actually not beneficial for me. Relaxing more in the evenings didn't help me, and actually I found that I work better when I'm a lot busier and have things to do in the evening. And I think to just summarise that section is I've tried to do less so that I can slow down. People say to me, oh, you're just so busy all the time, maybe you should slow down. Actually, slowing down doesn't really work for me. I find that I thrive when I'm busy. I do have the tendency to take on too many things, but actually when I'm busy with things that I enjoy, like exercise, like seeing people, then actually that benefits me more than just spending a night in front of the telly. What else do I have on my list? I have been looking into meditation, so I think this is good because it seems to focus you more on the present and what is happening now. But to be honest, I just have never got around to it. Yeah, I'm gonna feedback on that one. I'm gonna feedback on that one. Something that I have actually been doing that seems to be benefiting me is yoga. So one of my running friends and church friends is a yoga instructor, so I've been going to her classes every week, and they're hour-long classes. They do involve a lot of strength, which is a shame because it's normally the day that I go to the gym and do a strength workout, but anyway. And I do find that's good because it's nice that it's an hour, because it takes me like the first sort of like 10-15 minutes to like settle into it and properly be like in the zone and in the moment of the yoga. So I have felt that that's improved. What I did previously was I used apps, which I do think are really helpful, and yoga videos on YouTube. But because I always used to select like the shorter length ones, I don't think I benefited from it as much. So I do feel that I'm benefiting from having the longer class and having like the hour-long lesson with someone instructing you and helping you if you're not sure on the position. Something else which I think is a massive part of self-care is eating well. So I'm working with a coach at the moment, and have been doing since September, who's really fantastic, and she properly gets you to think about the type of nutrition that you're putting inside you, and it's not just, you know, breaking it down into like calories and the different macronutrients. It's like the quality of food as well, so you're getting in the right micronutrients. And I think because I recently moved from a meal plan to more like tracking calories, I then forgot about the like micronutrients and the vitamins and everything like that. So I think what I actually need to do is make sure I'm getting my 5 a day of fruit and veg. I always drink enough, that's not a problem, but just making sure I have nutrient-rich food instead of just saying, well, I've got my protein target for the day and I've got my calorie target for the day, but making sure that it's actually good food. Yeah, that is something that I need to do. So making sure that I actually eat nutrient-dense food and not just making up the calories and the macros. Journaling is also something that I want to try. This is something that I've said that I'm going to try for ages. So I've got a nice book. It's a nice notebook, so I got it offline, and it's not too expensive that I like don't want to write in it, but it's expensive enough that it's a nice enough book to write in, if you get what I mean. So on my latest check-in with my coach, she mentioned that there's a couple of things that I might want to journal about, and I think what I'm going to do is write in the journal and have like journal prompts of things I can write about, and then just have some pages where I can just do sort of like continuous prose type thing, and see where I go from there. But my plan is to actually start journaling, not journal more, to actually start journaling. And then also what I just really love doing exercise. So I know too much exercise is bad for you because I've had stress fractures. Like I'm aware of the issue of doing too much exercise. However, I actually find that doing exercise just like really helps me, massive raising endorphins. So I'm on Couch to 5k at the moment. At the time of recording, I'm on week 5 of Couch to 5k, so I'm more than halfway to 5k. And running's just such a big part of my social life as well. So I'm really involved in the local running club, and I just want to get back into that social setting. So like the league runs that we have on a Tuesday night in the summer, and the social club runs that we have every Wednesday, and then the other sessions that go around that, like strength and conditioning, and speed sessions, and then a park run on a Saturday. It's just like so much of my like personality and friendship group that's there. So I think just getting more involved with the social side of exercising as well, because I think the way that I do gym work is just a bit solitary, and I really like running for the social side of it. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I think what I'm trying to say in this video is that self-care is different for everyone, and that is okay. So some people's self-care is spending a night in front of the telly with a face mask on with candles in the background. My self-care is running through a muddy field in the rain and it's like freezing outside, and that's just me. That might sound weird, but that's my self-care. And I think, again, coming back to social media and the influence, I think there's lots of good things that come from social media, for example like dog memes, but I think there can be a lot of expectations raised and, oh, this is the right way to do self-care. I'm like, well, it's not for me. So I think concentrating on what is important to you and what actually makes you happy as well, and I think that can take a long time to be realised. So I think, what do I think? This is one of those videos again where I get to the end and I'm like, I feel like I need to make a conclusion here and I'm not sure what it should be. I think self-care is just that, it's care of the self. So it's looking after yourself, and everyone's different, so you're going to be looking after yourself in a different way. So even if your self-care is different to someone else's self-care, that's fine, because you're not looking after someone else, you're looking after yourself. And then by looking after yourself, you can then thrive more as a person and then look after others if you need to. So yeah, I think that's what I have to say on it. Thank you so much for watching this video. It didn't have, like, I had notes written down and I still feel like it had no direction. I feel like I just need to write like an essay plan for these videos for it to like actually make sense. But anyway, yes, Find what you love and just do that.
What a wonderful world.